What's up, Elite Pokemon Battlers fans? It's Reptar4909 coming at you with my second upload to this channel. This was a battle, Standard OU, versus a guy named PT101. He leads with a Tyranitar and I lead with my Spectran. I did a calc and I figured out that Spectran's Earth Power will not come close to killing that thing, so I switch out. He predicts my switch and sets up Stealth Rock, which was a good move for him. Now, I decided that I figured he was probably going to switch out, but I used Dynamic Punch anyway because it's too early to predict, but he uses Attract, and I'm like, what is going on? So, luckily I hit through my love for his ugly-ass dinosaur thing, and I punch it, and it kills it because times 4 weak, and it's Dynamic Punch and stuff. So, yeah, I'm up 6-5 early. He's got Stealth Rocks up, but the team I'm using doesn't really, like, entry hazards don't really phase it. So he goes on to Lucario, and if this is his best option, I honestly thought that Machamp was about to do some serious damage to his team, but he actually carries Zen Headbutt, which was also really weird. And yeah, so I just hit that with a Dynamic Punch, and I bring it down to its Sash. And obviously another Zen Headbutt is going to kill me, and I have a Bronzong who is physically bulky on this team, so I'm just going to switch out into that in case he does hit out and uses on Headbutt again. And I can take pretty much any of his other attacks, being that they're all going to be neutral and I'm defensively bulky, or physically bulky. So he hits through and gets his on Headbutt off. It doesn't really make a difference because not very effective. He hits through again, uses High Jump Kick, and that barely does anything as I set up my rocks. So I was just going to use Gyro Ball to kill him off here. And he's still confused, and this time he actually hurts himself and kills himself. So, that was good for me. Gyro Ball doesn't do much of anything, because Lucario's dead. So, anyway, he goes out into this Gliscor thing, and I'm like, oh, okay. One, I don't know why I switched out, but I go into Pete Jones, and he sets up a Swords Dance, and I'm like, this is bad news. And, I thought I could leave an Earthquake, but, being that I don't have any defense EVs, I'm not bulky, I'm choice banded because Pete Jones is just awesome. Yeah, so that thing actually takes me out. It's Life Orbed, it's +2, I'm sort of scared I have nothing that can outspeed it, so I go out in a Slowbro thinking that I could probably take an Earthquake or two, but he carries Night Slash, and that's no good. I use Slack Off just to see how much damage the Earthquake would do, but being that that did a little bit over half, Slack Off is not going to bring me back to more HP than I had to begin with. So I know I can take another one as long as he doesn't get a crit and kill him off with a Surf, so that's exactly what I'm gonna do, because yeah, that's I gotta deal with this thing somehow, and it outspeeds pretty much everything I have left. So Surf kills it, thank God, because that thing was about to take a massive dump on my team, and thank God it didn't. So he sends out a Jirachi here. I'm just going to go for a Slack Off because I don't know what it wants to do. And I'll leave Slowbro in for fodder. If he wants to do a U-turn, then I still get switch advantage. Whatever happens, I guess. He actually kills me off with the T-Bolt, and he's got leftovers, so I knew he wasn't one of those trick, scarf, trick, whatever things. I thought I could outspeed him here, so I just use Overheat. However, he switches into this Empoleon, and I'm like, okay, well, being that it's Steel, it's still going to take neutral damage, but Overheat misses, which sucks badly. So I go back out into Bronzong, and predicting the water move, but he sets up a Sub. So I'm like, okay, Sub, Agility, Pataya, maybe Surf. I don't really know what this thing carries. That's just what I'm guessing. So it uses Surf, and I looked, and my plan was I needed to blow up on this thing, praying he didn't use Agility, just needed to get rid of that Sub, because Gyro Ball's not going to break it. So I saw that his speed was 240, I saw that my Heatran outspeeds it by 6 points, and I was really just praying that he didn't have Aqua Jet. And I blow up, break the Sub, he actually doesn't have Aqua Jet, and I kill him off with an Earth Power. So that whole sacrificing Bronzong for the sake of me not losing the game really worked out there, because had he actually had a chance to set up with that thing, that would have been bad news bears. So he goes out into Jirachi, and I'm Specs. I know I can live a Thunderbolt or whatever he's got, and I do take that easily, and I kill him off with an Earth Power. So Heatran is now just doing some major work to his team. Pretty sure he thought I was Scarf or something, I'm not sure, but he goes out into his own Heatran and uses Magma Storm, which was confusing to me, as opposed to using Earth Power, but whatever. So I kill that thing off with an Earth Power of my own. So good game, PT. Thanks for watching, Elite Pokemon Battlers fans. If you want to see more, you can check out my channel. Like, comment, peace.